So you need straight teeth, but you also need a dental implant. So which one comes first? Before I keep going, make sure you put the code 79 to get a free consultation in our office, Blanche Dental in Princeton, New Jersey. Free virtual consultation. And make sure you share and subscribe to the channel. And I am on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, but I'm also on YouTube as the Wonder Tooth Podcast. Before I get going, welcome to this exciting episode. If you are really thinking about getting straight teeth and you need a dental implant, this is the episode for you. Make sure you listen. You might take notes if you want to, but you can also comment and ask me any questions, or even if you want a consultation as well. My name is Dr. Saad. I am the founder of Blanche Dental. I have been a dentist for over 20 years. I'm licensed in New Jersey. I'm licensed, in the United States, really. And in Canada, I practice in both countries. And right now, I am based on the East Coast. And I am also the past president of Mercer Dental Society, which is part of the New Jersey Dental Association and the American Dental Association. I have a master's degree in implant placement and implant restoration, and I do a lot of digital dentistry. And I have been a provider for clear aligners for around 15 years. So I think I've done a lot. So let's talk about clear aligners and dental implants. Which one comes first? What can we do about that? So first of all, clear aligners, it's basically orthodontic treatment, how we can move your teeth with some clear plastic things. Nobody knows, but I'm going to tell you why, because I personally had them. This is my personal story now. Years ago when I was in high school, well, not that long ago, but I had metal braces for 3 years. I hated every single day of my life for those 3 years because it was just, I couldn't have any pictures taken. I was very aware of my smile. I'm not saying that, this is better than this, but honestly, for a girl, in high school, you want to look, your best. Metal braces was just, for me, was a kind of, I didn't like it. Let's just put it that way. And the day they would tighten the wire, I felt like my whole teeth is just going to fall off. But my biggest mistake was back in the days, which was not that long ago, I didn't wear my retainer. So my teeth shifted back, which was ridiculous. And I went to dental school and here I am with crooked teeth. And I'm like, how am I going to talk to patients like this? How can I convince the patient that I love beautiful smiles. I love to create smiles. How can I convince you of getting, like a nice straight teeth, or basically getting like a smile, upgraded, and my teeth are not that good. True story. So I went to the head of the department of ortho back then, and he was old school, very nice guy, very knowledgeable, but clear aligners at that time was something new that was coming up. And he was like, oh, and we're going to pull the tooth and do this and put metal. And I went to him to talk about clear aligners, and he wanted to pull teeth. And I said, you know what? Thank you very much. I'm happy with where I'm at. I'm not doing this. I was like, I'm not going to smile, period. Then I graduated and I got certified with clear. I took a lot of courses, let me tell you. And I was like, I think I can do this. I got into clear aligners, and now it's been 15 years later. Look at my smile. It did not change. And of course, I'm wearing my retainers. And this is for everybody, guys. If you ever had orthodontic treatment, whether metal braces or clear aligners, retainers are for life. And I mean it, it's for life, for eternity. If you want your teeth to stay where they are at, because the teeth are very smart. You have that little periodontal ligament, and it has a memory. There is like the periodontal ligament that's holding your root in the bone. It has a memory. So if you don't keep it where it needs to be, it's going to shift back to, let me remember. I used to be there. Let me go back. So retainers are for life, okay? But let's go back and talk about, dental implants too. Because some of the patients, I lost a tooth. This is time, to take care of myself, which is, of course, this is everybody's, you should take care of yourself. But I lost a tooth and now I need to fix my crooked teeth. But I need an implant or I need a bridge. Implant now, of course, it is the standard of care. What do I do? Which one should I start with? Back in the days, they always used to say, and actually till today, they used to say, get your feet, your teeth straight first, then get the implants after, which it makes sense because, you know, you want to move your teeth, especially if you have a lot of crowding and there is no spaces. You need to fix your bite and then get an implants later on. But that can make your whole treatment last for 2 years, 3 years, much longer. I came up with something a little bit different, but of course, you have to have certain criteria for this, that you can have dental implants and clear aligners done basically parallel to each other. Because as I said, I've been doing implants for the longest time. I have a master's degree in implant placement, but I also do clear aligners. And this is where I can merge both of them together, but it has to have certain criteria. So this is very important. It's because it's gonna really save you a lot of time. How do we do this? So the clear aligners, basically, these are beautiful clear plastic trays that shifts your teeth little by little. And in order to do that, sometimes we have to add those little tiny buttons on the side of the teeth. We call them buttons, but it's basically, they are made of composite, you know, the white filling material. You just have to put them on the side of certain teeth in order to track the teeth and start to move the teeth. Then sometimes also if we have severe crowd, remember my story about they wanted to pull a tooth and I said no. So clear aligners now, they decided we have to strip very lightly between certain teeth to create that little space. So if the teeth are like this, how are you gonna move them? It's just gonna basically, it's overlapped, it's gonna stop, it's interfering. So we have to basically create a tiny space so the teeth can start to shift little by little. And I'm talking very tiny space. It's in the enamel, it doesn't hurt, and your enamel is pretty, you know, like you have decent amount of enamel there. So it's very, very thin. And basically it can create that little space that we need to move the teeth. And it's very important to get that done. Now, let's say I'm getting my aligners. How long is it gonna take? It's gonna take, let's say, approximately around a year, 12 months. But I have a space in the back here. I had a premolar removed, you know, years ago, and they did a bone graft, or I had a molar on the bottom that was extracted like few years ago or something like that. So what can be done? Especially if you have already a good space. So for the implant, it's very important, of course, before we even start, to take pictures and to take a cone beam x-ray. And why is that? Because we need to make sure that you have good bone to start with if you're getting an implant. And also for ortho, you know, there is nothing better than looking at, of course, we have to take an x-ray to make sure you have decent bone. And of course, before even we go that far, you have to have good oral hygiene, guys. You cannot have gum disease and be like, oh, I'm ready to move my teeth. Don't do it. Do not do it. If you go to a dentist and be like, oh yeah, your gums are bleeding, it's okay, it's gonna get better. You have to make sure that the foundation is clean. I had a patient once. I was so upset, let me tell you, because I treat patients like my family. He is a perio patient, and a perio patient means he has gum disease, like he has gum disease. And he used to come every 3 months. Then he disappeared for 2 years. I didn't see him. We tried to call him, was not responding. We didn't know what happened. Maybe he moved out. I don't know. Came to me. So he decided to get those DIY clear aligners. You know, the company closed. They had like so many lawsuits. I'm not going to say the name, but they were just, you know, basically doing clear aligners, you know, right and left. And they just didn't really check. And the poor guy now came to me after 2 years of not seeing him. The 2 front teeth were just wobbly. And I said, what? And I was shocked because I'm like, you know, you are a perio patient. Why did you do that? He goes, well, they sent me the mold and I just wanted to have beautiful teeth. And so the problem was he had those DIY, got it done. That nobody checked if he had gum disease. He knew he had gum disease, but he was just like, oh, DIY, let me get it done. So came to me with the front teeth, and I said, I cannot do anything at this point. You have to go see perio, and at this point, you will lose those teeth. So very important, guys, that you have to have your gums checked. The foundation, x-rays, cleanings, everything has to be checked. before you can proceed with any dental work, not just the clear aligners, but even with the implant. And there is an episode about gum disease and dental implants if you can get them done. So first thing, x-rays, check, make sure there are no cavities, make sure that, the gums are good, healthy, and you have good oral hygiene, that you are flossing every day, that you are brushing, because what's the point of you getting, clear aligners and then you're leaving food stuck between your teeth and then you end up with a cavity everywhere. We're beautifying your teeth. We're putting you in an optimal function, but we don't want to harm you. We don't want to. So make sure before you get that you are already under control and that you are have good oral hygiene. So basically the norm is, as I said, the clear aligners, every 2 weeks, they start to shift the teeth little by little. And then you move to the next one, and then you move to the next one, and they start to shift your teeth. Now, the implants, on the other hand, it's basically, we put a root in the space where the bone is. Of course, we have to take a CBCT. We put the root in, and then we put a crown. Now, that root cannot move. The implant cannot move. It doesn't have a ligament. So that's why they always said, no, get the clear aligners done or get the orthodontic treatment done first, then go back and get the implant. So if you are going to get clear aligners for like 12 months, and now you have to wait until you get the implant. So the implant, if you have good bone to begin with, we put the implant, you're waiting for another 4 to 6 months before you can get a crown. So that's an extra additional 6 to 8 months. Now, what if I can tell you we can merge them together and make both of them work together while you are getting it done? How? This is good. This is where I excel. So first of all, it has to have certain criteria. In order for me or, a dentist who places implant, you have to have certain bone width and certain bone length. And that can be determined by that CBCT. I was telling you, it's a CAT scan. We have it in the office. This is a standard of care if you're getting any implants done. So I wouldn't do this in the front because this is the aesthetic zone. Here, particularly here, this is where I wait until ortho is completed and finished. And then you can go back and get the implants, or if you're going to put a Maryland bridge or a bridge or something. But implants in the back, if you have decent bone, then why not? And why not means, you can get both of them done at the same time. And I have been doing this and it's been very, very successful. How is that? So let's say, we know that we need to put an implant in the big molar down here. You already have a big space, you have a space, and aligners sent us those beautiful clear aligners. And in order for them to preserve this space, we are moving the other teeth, but that particular space, they put like almost a tooth, like a virtual tooth on it. So, it's moving. Now, if I have decent bone in that area, why I cannot just go put the implant, the root, let it sleep? Because, it needs at least, as I said, 4 to 6 months while we are moving the rest of your teeth. Why not? Why not? So it's 2 in 1 now. So you are basically getting that implant in and we're moving, but the implant, just the root, not the top part, just the root. Now we are moving the rest of your teeth. Okay, this you go here, this one you go there. And now we're done treatment and you still have that gap. But during that time, we have the osseointegration, which means the implant now is beautifully attached to the bone. And when you are done with orthodontic treatment, you are ready to get the retainers. Remember, retainers are for life. We can just put the crown on top of the implant. We saved you now around 6 to 8 months of waiting. We put the crown on it and then you get retainers and you're done and everybody's happy. How about that? Ooh. Okay, I think a lot of my dentist friends because by the book, you really have to go 1, 2, 3. Remember, it has to have very specific criteria, very, very specific criteria. I cannot do that in the aesthetic zone because right here, especially if they, some people, they have congenitally missing teeth, which means the 2 teeth, the 2 small teeth, some people are born are not, they don't have them. So they have the orthodontist or, if you're getting clear aligners, they have to push the teeth to open that gap a little bit so we can go back and put implants. So that cannot be done there. But if you already have a big space in the non-aesthetic zone and you already had a bone graft, or even more than this, like if you really want to, let's say that tooth needs to go, we pull the tooth, we put a bone graft, or even pull the tooth, put the implant, pack bone around it, and we put a membrane and it's healing now. Then we start shifting the rest of your teeth. Basically, we are doing the alignment. Then we go back and we put the crown on the top once we're done, and that's it. And then you get a retainer. It's just going to save you a lot of time. I really mean it. And during that time, of course, you're going to have to take a little bit of vitamin D, a little bit of calcium, just to make sure, you know, everything is healing properly. So really, I think this can save everybody a lot of time. And yes, we are going around, you know, we are basically not going by the book, but it works because I've done it so many times and it is working. Specifically, if you have a patient, like one of my patients, this is a true story now. He's a big hotshot, like surgeon, like surgeon. And he moved to Maryland. So, and I already put an implant in his mouth and he is doing active clear aligners, but the implant is not restored yet. That's the trick. The implant is not restored yet, but the tooth is in the back. So he's doing clear aligners and he is in Maryland. So I ended up giving him like a bunch of aligners at a time. We put the dates and he's switching, he's sending me pictures and he comes whenever, like, you know, every couple months or something. So we're monitoring this, but during that time, the implant is healing. And then once he's done, he's gonna come to me, and because we have digital dentistry, so I can restore that implant in one day, on that same day. How is that? Because I do a lot of like very fun stuff. So we need to expose the implant. So that can be done that day with laser, with soft tissue laser, basically to be able to scan to get an implant crown. Or sometimes the traditional way is to just cut it and put like a big healing screw and wait for another 3 weeks before he can come. And then we can scan and do the implant on this, like the implant crown on the same day. Then we can give him a retainer right away because we also have the machines to do that. So just so that we get this right now, clear aligners, having them, look, being in active treatment of clear aligners, you don't have to wait to get a dental implant placed as long as you have good dimension of bone and, you know, it's in a non-aesthetic zone, okay? Like it's more in the back. I would say premolar, molar area in the back. So because the clear aligners cannot move a dental implant that already restored, like you already have a crown on a dental implant, it's not gonna move. So we're gonna have to move teeth around them. Maybe you might have to have that crown replaced, not the implant, but the implant crown should be replaced at one point. Of course, if you have something fixed like a bridge, this will not move. So you just have to comprehend that part. We can move the rest of your teeth, but a bridge cannot be moved, okay? If you're really like more into the aesthetic, I mean, it can be replaced down the line. Like let's say you have a bridge here, like, and a bridge basically when we shave like a couple of teeth and there is a tooth in the middle, like that's missing. Let's say you have that lateral tooth is missing and you have a bridge here and now we're fixing the bite. That bridge is not gonna move. So what can be done after the clear aligners are done, we can just go and basically replace the bridge or just put 2 crowns and put an implant, but it can be done, okay? But my point today is if you have dental implants in the back, or basically you have spaces in the back, you don't have to wait until the clear aligners are completely finished. It takes a year or sometimes 2 years. Why would you wait all that long? If you can just have the screw put in, the bone, you know, it's in the bone, as long as we have proper dimensions, you know, between the root and the side of the implant basically. Then you wait until this is done and then you go back and you get it restored and everybody's happy and you saved your time, you know, big time, really. Anyway, if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments below. Make sure you like, comment, share this particular episode. If you have any friends, you know, who are experiencing this, you know, just comment in the notes below here. I'm gonna put my contacts, you know, if you need any virtual consultation, you need to put code 79 and make sure you take care of your teeth so that they can take care of you. Until then, keep smiling with Dr. Saad. Have a good one, everybody.